So I'm just getting in from the grocery store. Now in Maryland, you cannot step foot into a grocery store, a pharmacy without having a face covering. So I got this scarf from Israel, but I love this scarf. So I don't have a mask. I've reverted to using this scarf. Works pretty well. So anyway, so when I got in the house today, for some reason this message just like flashed in my mind. However, this message is not for everybody. I just want to say before I say it that you have to be in the right mindset to receive this message. There are different parts to healing, and if you're not ready to hear this message, then you won't receive it, or you might even get a little upset about it. Because I can reflect back to when I was early on, for when I was in initial stages from when my husband was not here. That first year when I was just angry and hurt and just so, I was at my rock bottom. And, I was still in my angry phase. Still in my, gosh, it's funny. I'm not funny, but I was thinking a couple days ago that I was 5 months pregnant when this happened. And I literally have no pregnancy pictures of myself. Like, I have no, besides my son being here, I have no evidence that I was pregnant. Because from 5 months on, when my husband was no longer here, it was like a blur. Like I lost time. It was like a time lapse in my life. Um, I can't even tell you about any memories I have between that day or that week and when I gave birth. So yeah, it was just literally like a blurb of time that I can't get back, and it's a shame because pregnancy is that time where you just want to enjoy and just it's a good time. It's supposed to be a great time in life, and for me, it wasn't. This was like the worst time of my life. I feared I was gonna have a miscarriage. I feared for my son's life, my unborn son's life. If you were still in that mind state where you're just very angry at the world, you're still deeply hurt, you might not receive this too well. So this message is not for you. If you are in that place right now where it's like you are ready to make a move, meaning you're ready to feel better, you are out of the phase where you're still probably dipping back, into that little slump. I say it's like an emotional roller coaster. You know what I mean? Eventually, as you keep moving forward, that roller coaster, the valleys and the hills or mountains, the mountains turn to hills, and then the hills turn into bumps. You know what I'm saying? So the roller coaster gets a little less traumatic as you move forward. There's still a roller coaster going on, but it ain't as you know up and down as it used to be. But you have to get out of that what I call victim mindset. So what does that mean? So basically, you know, something traumatic has happened to you out of your it's been out of your, control, which is understandable. And you're kind of now stuck in this place where you want to get better, you feel like you're just in this um holding unit. I felt like my life was on hold. And, I would use the TV to kind of make myself feel better at night, especially when I was all alone. And, it came to a point where I was ready to feel better, but there has to be a realization that you are in control. I know it doesn't feel like you're in control, but literally you are in control. And once you get to the point where you realize that and you're past the anger, the deep anger phase, you know that you can do something to get yourself out of that brain fog, or that I don't even want to call it a rut because this is deeper than a rut. Real, for real. Um, you know, when you're ready to pull yourself up, you have to make that realization that you can do it. You can do it, and believe in yourself. You won't believe in yourself right away, but once you get that realization that it's up to you to get to where you want to be, At that very second, at that very moment, that is when that you have conquered. I'm like, no doubt, for real. That is the moment where you are moving forward, and it's all uphill from there, with your little valleys, But the course, you're here, but you're moving up. You know what I mean? So it is better. So evaluate yourself. Are you in that victim mind state where you're blaming others? You're blaming your partner, blaming your husband, blaming your family, blaming everybody. Everybody but yourself. Everyone else put you in this situation. Granted, you have a right to feel that way, but how you react is a big part of how you move forward. But like I said, if you're not ready to move forward, you can't receive this message. So you have to be in the right mind state and far enough in your healing process to realize that you are in control, you have the power. You will feel powerless, but you will gain that power as you start to have victories. So that goal you were trying to reach, it's time to set it in course. It really is. Because once you start focusing on yourself and getting back to what is it that I want to do? What is it that Tamika wants to do? What do I want to achieve? So you got to set the course. Find something small if you need to. What can you do to get yourself moving forward? And just like the person who wants to lose weight, and they're like, why can't I lose weight? I'm struggling. Like, you have to sit yourself down and evaluate, what is it that you're really doing? Oh man, I do eat Domino's pizza every week. Well, that's not helping. So you gotta get real with your actions. You gotta get real with your thoughts. Your actions matter. Your thoughts matter. What you tell yourself, what you think about yourself matters, because what you think is what manifests. At my job, we have these bonuses that they give out. This is before, everything was shut down. The same person would win the bonus every December, like by a landslide. And this past year, I said, you know what? I'm going to make it my goal to win. When my husband comes home, he's going to need a car. I need that money. So I was motivated. I had a reason. I had a why. You got to have a why. My why to win was to get my husband a car. So I had absolutely no idea how I was going to win this bonus. But you know who won? Me. Because my why was so strong, and it was crazy. Like the fact that I actually did it. It's exciting when you achieve things like that. It just makes you more powerful. And, because I have so many stories, but that was just the most recent one. But, when you want something bad enough, you will literally find ways that you would have never even thought of to make it happen. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You just need to know that you want it to happen. That's all. And it will God will find a path. There's paths out there that you don't even know about. Well, God will make a way. I promise. I promise. The message, what I'm trying to say, is you got to get out that victim mindset where you're blaming everybody. You're thinking that you're not good enough to get out of this situation. Situation meaning that mental fog, that space where you're not where you want to be. You do have what it takes. God gave you everything that you needed. You have what it takes. Make the decision that you want to get better. Make that decision that is up to you. Remind yourself, you are in control. You are powerful. You are strong. That's how you were made. It takes a while to actually believe it, but it's true. It is true. So I hope somebody received this message. And if you're not ready to receive it, it's cool, because I understand there's a point where I was not ready to receive it either. So hopefully this does not anger you if you're that person. But if you are ready to receive it, just take what I said and, think about what it is that you want for your life. Evaluate what you're doing, and does what you're doing move you further or closer to your goal? All right. So I hope this message helps. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.